the first guy to bring Japanese natural stones and Japanese knife love to the world outside of Japan. What's up, my fellow chef knives enthusiasts? Today, we've got something special. I'm chatting with Maksim Enevoldsen, the genius behind Japanese natural stones, or as we'll all call it, JNS.
Who?
Maksim Enevoldsen, owner of JNS.
Who?
Hey now, show a little respect, buddy. Maxim was the trailblazer in a world where, let's face it, not everyone was craving Japanese knives or stones. Starting a business with obscure products, that takes guts.
Not impressed unless he also invented wasabi ice cream.
No, he didn't whip up wasabi ice cream, but he did introduce Europe and other continents outside of Japan to Japanese natural stones and Japanese knives. Maxim is making his grand debut on camera today, and that's kind of a big deal for me. He never did interviews before. I feel honored and grateful that he agreed to do this video with me. We're in for a treat as he unveils his private knife collection. Spoiler alert! Most of the stuff in his private collection you just don't see every day, folks. I can promise you that.
I can promise you I couldn't care less.
I know, you're a cat. You have paw skills that put Wolverine to shame. You don't need knives like I do. Before we dive into my chat with Maxim, let's set the stage a bit. Maxim's life journey. He was born in Russia at a very young age, and he's been getting older ever since. The end.
I've heard that joke before.
He landed in Denmark at age 12, where he started working as a dishwasher at 13.
Is that even legal?
Well, in Denmark it seems dishwashing is a legitimate career path at 13, because he became a chef at 20, and that's where he fell head over heels for Japanese natural stones, or as we call them, JNS. He hunted for these gems because he loved sharpening and polishing his knives. But back then, finding JNS outside of Japan was like finding a needle in a haystack. So Maxim reached out to Japan and found a store in Sanjo that sold tools and stones, though that store is long gone by now. But that was the spark that ignited JNS. 3 to 4 years of juggling knives and chefing in the kitchen, on August 4, 2011, Maxim officially registered JNS. After another 4 years of the double act, he retired as a chef to make JNS his full-time gig, and it's a one-man show and has been ever since. In the past 16 years, Maxim's made multiple trips to Japan, building the strongest ties with blacksmiths and craftsmen of his liking. By now he's a goldmine of knowledge when it comes to Japanese natural stones and knives, sharpening, restoring knives, customizing them, you name it. And what's cool is that Maxim is super selective. He only sells what he would use himself. If it doesn't meet his standards, it's nope. It's a nope. He doesn't want to sell it nor endorse it. He kind of thinks like a chef and a knife maker combined. He talks a lot to his makers and specifically requests them to make the knives exactly to his liking. Treating them as true masters and loyal business partners, he always facilitating them and guiding them to craft knives that fit his taste. He's kind of an extension to the knife makers, like a great chef knife is the extension to your arm as a chef. He's a true JNS expert, which, believe me, is no walk in the park. There are a lot of things you should know and be aware of when it comes to picking the right JNS for the right job. With his 16 years of experience dealing with them, he knows the ins and outs of these stones, their origins, and how to get the best out of them. And the same goes for Japanese knives. His shop features only a select few makers because, well, he's picky, and that's why he only puts up stones and knives for sale on his website if he wholeheartedly endorses the product. Only the best is enough. Hearing Maxim talk about his makers and his products, me being in his workshop and discovering all the skill, technique and expertise, just sharing his knowledge, I can't help feeling very privileged. So while I was at his house and workshop, I soaked up as much as I could. In the relatively short time that I know Maxim, I have grown to love him for who he is and what he stands for in the context of the JNS and Japanese knives world, and I'm proud to call myself one of his students, as I consider him as one of my knife and stone senseis in life. So today's chat is a behind the scenes look at the mastermind behind JNS, a man who brings you the best quality Japanese natural stones and knives for almost 2 decades. Let's jump into the juicy stuff and let's see what's cooking in Maxim's private collection. Small kato.
This one originally is made like a hunting knife, so it had actually a small handle on it. Then I removed it, thought it will be a nice peel-on knife. Handle is not made by myself. Handle is an original handle that is just carved a bit. Yeah, it was when I sold already Castle like 8 years, so they were super cheap. It was like 100 euro. That's
Very accessible.
I used it as a mushroom knife for some time. Then it got patina, it got a lot of rust. Then now I got to start to repairing it again.
All these knives need some work, you said it.
So that one is Shigefuzo's youngest son.
And this is the Kasumi video thing. Did you make these handles?
Yeah, no, that one is actually made from Dan in Sweden, snake wood. Because I used to got a lot of rust and a lot of patina, and now it's also time to repair it. Bring it back to Shigefuzo level.
And the same goes for this one.
Yeah, same goes for this one. I think it's my second Shigefuzo I ever bought. I did not even start to selling Shigefuzo by then. I just custom ordered that one actually from Shigefuzo.
And that's when you thought, I have to sell the ass.
Crazy. So also again, it costed like 300-400.
Yeah.
I got used a lot at home. I went into the sink with lots of water on, and that you can see a little bit. Yes, but that's good sign you can repair them yourself.
Yeah. So next gathering, I will see how it looks when
Yes, once it's repaired.
What's this all about?
So this one is first Munichosha that is made from Achim's steel that I bought from Germany. So it's basically blooming iron from French iron core, super old stuff, and some steel in the middle, similar to blue one steel. Unique about this one, they actually waterprint it in Japan. Munichosha actually waterprinted it. But the pattern on this one is so close, it's resemble a bit of the mahogany. When I got the knives, I of course need to polish it and sharpen them. I have noticed that it's extremely much more harder than stuff they use in Japan. But it's made in Germany. And I sent it to Munichosha, asked him, do you want to try to make it? And he's the guy that wants to try new stuff. So that's amazing. So that's all. I think it's first one in the world. Special knife for me. So this one, Kato, white one steel, that I decided when he said to us that he will not sell so many knives anymore, he will not make them, he basically retires. He do not take any more orders in from anybody. He will also not really take any orders from us again, but if he gets time in his free time to make some knife, he will make some knives for us. When he said that, I started to keep from every batch I get from you, I start to keep one knife. So this one is one of those nice 240 workhorses, of course, with our profile. White one steel that is super old. White one steel that we bought for Kato, that my guy found in Japan. Before he made like 6-7 knife for me at the time. Yeah. And right now he makes like 2 or 3 knife at the time. Because he basically, he basically stopped. Yes, making knife, because before you have like, you could see many shops at Kato. He had many different people he sold it to, but now he maybe sell it to us some knife, and maybe sell it some private that people go from the streets to his shop or something. But he's limited right now. He making knives now only when he wanted, when he have free time from his retirement.
Free time from his retirement.
Kato, what could I say? Super popular knife, and I love it. I started to, I'm the first one that started to sell it overseas. Super nice knives. The traditional. Yeah. But right now, unfortunately, it costs so much, but not many can afford.
Another Kato.
Another Kato, and that's one that's super special because that's the first Kato I ever got. A sample knife I got from Kato. When I asked my guy in Japan, what knife do you think is similar to Shigefuzo, because Shigefuzo production also was limited, or better than Shigefuzo, then he said Kato. Kato is the better guy. And then the first knife I got from him was this crap. Because look at it, man. The shape is all weird. Yeah. Look at the shape. It's not a gyuto.
Like a whale.
And when I did a choil shot on it, it was like a tank. It was like a super thick thing. I emailed my guy and said, "What did you send to me?" Like, first gathering I ever made, I brought those knives. I got like 3 of them, 3 240, 3 210. I bring this on the table. Then the chef from the gathering come over to me and said, "What is that kind of knife you brought? They look super ugly." I said, "I don't know, a new maker, Kato." And then he brought it on the table to try to cut with. And then he cut his eyes lit up and said, "Can I buy all of this?" I said, yeah, of course. There where the L-height began, actually. He said, "Can you please make it a bit wider?" That chef, and I said, "Yeah, we make it a bit wider, a bit longer." Then Kato did that, and Kato started to round the spine a bit. Kato started to round the choil a bit. We modified it a bit to JNS, and we called it workhorse because that guy that called it where the word we said it is workhorse. Yeah, it's workhorse all about. That's actually the first workhorse name it came up, but that is the first one where all started with Kato. And of course, I have used it, I have abused it, and now I have polished it and restored it. And also, I think because it has so much history for me, I put it in my collection.
Nobody forgets the first.
Yes. But that's how he made, if you look at original Kato, that's how he made his gyutsus before.
Yeah, this is cool. The first Kato, basically.
Overseas. He sold, of course, in Japan before.
So what type of knife is this?
Elephant poo.
I want to eat with that elephant.
Yes. When I visited and made the Kato video 2014,
we saw with almost 1 million views.
I asked Kato, "Can I get a piece of Tamahaka still here?" And then he have like in his workshop pile of that Tamahaka steels from his father. It's actually not something he sourced long time ago, where there were many Tamahagane makers. Right now, there's very little choice. That's why it's unique Tamahagane. It lacks charcoal inside.
Oh, yeah.
Kato did not even know which maker it was. But I think it's unique. He gifted me this.
It looks like it's from outer space or something.
But that's what he makes his very few times he made for me, Tamahagane yanagiba. That's amazing. He can still do that.
Cool piece.
He stopped right now. He don't make any yanagibas anymore, or difficult knives anymore because of his retirement. So you only make like gyutsus, maybe like Hiris or something. That's it. He also stopped to make Damascus knives. Too much work. Too much hard work.
Yeah, he made enough from
before,
yeah.
And they were sold enough, I think, as well. Also, we go from one video for 2014 to another video for 2014. A Shigefusa video that I posted as well. That knife you see in that
video, you see him putting this kanji on it.
Yes.
Oh, wow, cool.
He gifted me that pizza, and it was without a kanji or anything. And I asked him, "Will you make a kanji?" Now you have gifted me that one. Yeah. It's actually, at that time, it was super cheap knife. That's why you see that cheap handle without a bolster or anything. So at that time, it was super cheap, affordable knife, and Shigefusa never hand engraved cheat knives. If you look, he hand engraves his Kitaichi series, and that's it. Not a Kasumi. You will never see hand engraved Shigefusa like Kuroichi or Kasumi for me. That's why it's super unique, and that's a gift. So of course you cannot sell a gift.
No. And you actually saw him working on it.
Yes, that's the three parts.
Really cool.
And it's a 130 millimeter 30.
This is the first time I think I see a profile like this before. What the hell?
Yeah, that is Kato as well.
Also Kato?
Yes.
But this different kanji?
Yeah, it's because it doesn't fit all his kanji on this one. Then he make it smaller. But that one is basically the little funny knife because it's a Kato Konyaki slicer. That when I received it, I needed to install handle on. Then I hammered it, and then it snapped in two.
So you basically created this profile.
Yes. So basically I grounded like this, what would you call this? Shape, and I don't know what I call it. Pairing.
It's Unagisaki pairing.
Unagisaki pairing piece. But it's actually, if you polish it, it have actually a Hanmiyaki line.
Oh, really? Yeah, because you
don't see it now, Hamo. But it's actually have a Hamon. And it's mono steel, white true steel. ones.
I think I actually never seen a honyaki slicer and not a yanagiba, right? You mean like a slicer?
Slicer, yeah. Like this one.
Yeah. Never seen a
It was this same shape
product placement. The Kairu slicer. But no, I actually have never seen a honyaki slicer.
Yeah. But definitely made, because I said, can you make a monosteel slicer? Then he made a slicer, so he made only 2 or 3 honyaki ones.
And then the only slicer that he makes, you break.
Yeah, I break it. It was fun. It was very fun to break a honyaki.
2 more she gave us, but these definitely are Yo handle. Well, they don't have any handles yet, but these are Yo handle she gave us. It's the story with these 2.
Yeah, so I get all my Shigefusas Western without handle, and that's why Shigefusa loves me. Because I said, no handle necessary, we make some handles. He's also not that good at make handles, to be honest. The people that have Shigefusa's original handle, they always complain, like frayed wood, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no need to make handles. You're good at make steel, you're not good at make wood.
Let us take care of the handles, yeah.
Send it to me without handles, and usually I send it to Dan in Sweden, or make it myself sometime when I have time. Or people simply buy from me without handle. Many times they just say, no, never mind, we just make handle myself, or we send it to somebody that is good at it, and that's it. So what's special with those 2? Your previous video, Ship Collector.
Yeah, with
Flores.
Ship Flores.
Yes. I said, what should they have, what should they not have? And he ordered some Shigefusa from me, gave me a list, what she wants really. And I said, that is common, Shigefusa nice. Let's do one that is not common at all. Let's do one that I have never seen before. We did Shigefusa pairing. I have never seen in my life Shigefusa Western pairing. Yeah, never. And I know from my self-experience or from other experience that the most difficult knives to make for blacksmith is actually small knives. That's why you don't see small knives from makers that much. I mean, you never see honyaki small knife pairing, and you never see, super high-end small, because the small pairing knives or pager knives, they are as difficult to make as 240 knives. You use much more time on that small knife. When a knife gets scaled down, you can see the details much more. Like if you have a larger knife, you see those big scratches, big imperfections, they disappear. But your small knife is much more condensed. And so small knife, in my opinion, in many blacksmiths I talked about opinion, they hate me. First of all, they cannot charge as much.
Exactly. They're less profitable.
Yes.
Still a pain in the ass.
That's why you see that right now, like in my shop, like, so yeah, like she says right now, he's stopping making pizza. That's well, it stopped. Many makers go that route as well. But like I said to Shigefusa, I would like to pay 240 price for that pairing if you make it.
Yeah, then at least you reward them for the labor.
And he did only 2 in his entire time as Shigefusa. It's only 2 in existence. One at my place and one at Flores. I did make it for Flores. This was me that made it with super glue. And
now you know, Flores.
and this one is basically a big brother that I got with it
At the same time.
decided, yes, to keep this too, because in my opinion, he makes some of the best Western handle in Japan, because they are totally forged in one piece. You can really see craftsmanship in those. I cannot imagine making one myself like that.
Now, this is also something that I don't see every day. What?
No, you don't. It's basically, you have in Sanjo, like school blacksmithing schools, there where people can come in and do some blacksmithing.
So you got schools?
No, it's not me. So it's actually Shigefusa's wife gifted me. She made it. And when we visited her, I think it's actually last time we visited her with my wife. Yeah, she gave us as a gift this letter opener that she made and the forged. So that is also a gift that I cannot sell. Then I put it on my wall.
But you at least have opened a few letters with, right?
No.
Then I'm going to send you a letter just so you can use this.
I can open an email with it. That's it. Let's make some food.
Yeah, let's make food. All right. Now we're really starting with the yanagiba, the king of blade.
Yes.
I can already kind of guess who made this, but do you tell us?
So yeah, it's Kato Watetsu Tamahagane knife. And you can see on Watetsu it's also quite pure. You don't see the big holes in it.
True. Yeah, it's like a very dense pen.
And like here, yeah, like if you zoom in, it's like very dense pattern. So that means that Watetsu is basically soft Samahagane, the one they use in the middle of the sword to make it softer. So it's basically it rosts very easily. But it's also super soft. Actually softer than your regular cladding. But that one, again, special order. I thought it would be cool to clad Samahagane with a Watetsu and not make a Honyaki out of it and make it like Sanmai. It was last yanagi he made. Maybe, yeah. You never know what Japanese makers. Sometimes they say one thing.
Yeah, we only made one, and then they always
Yeah.
like, hey, oh, sorry, there.
That way, you have to be careful what you write, what you do. But yeah, typical Kato. You can see again, this one is actually even cooler. His tanks, on Yanagi is made like sword tanks, like it's file finish, and you can see it different this way. It's made with file, and on the kanjis it says the date and the era it is made.
So when was this made?
Yes, I don't know. Also, a bit fun fact with his Yanagis, Kato's Yanagis. First Yanagi I got from Kato, they was kind of wonky. Ura is not was so great. Finish on Ura, it was not so great. Blades itself was so good. But then what we did, my guy took Kato to Shigafune, because he was the best guy to make Yanagis in Japan, I think, in my opinion, again.
And then he did an internship at the...
And then Shigafune, he taught him a bit how to do Ura and everything. Then he followed those steps. And now we have like amazing Yanagi from Kato.
So all roads still lead to Shigafune. Even with a guy like that.
Yeah, even with a guy like that. But it's only for Yanagi. Due to, in my opinion, again, Kato will beat it. Shigafune many times. But with Yanagi, Shigafune still a king for me.
And we have another Kato here, but this is...
Oh yeah, that's Tsuchihiku. That is actually a Danish guy, Bo, that made the handle, and we decided to experiment a bit. Instead of gluing the handle to the blade, which I'm not a good fan about. Yes, when you want to restore your blade or you want to polish your blade, it's very good that you can remove the handle and do it.
Just knock it off and you
just tap it back on. So we thought about, me and Bo, how do we do it? Then we come up with, we do it like Japanese wars, hold it with a pin.
So there is a pin or a hole through the handle, through the tang, and you just put the pin and
put it the handle. So if you want to...
One is enough.
I mean, this pin can hold the whole sword in the combat. It should hold the knife as well. But we did a test and we put it on the Kato Tsuchihiki, also white one. And I think it's look amazing. It is not a rust resistant knife. We did seal it with a little bit of beeswax, yes. But of course you will get no matter what.
Yeah.
And if you want to restore that knife, that is good. You can remove the handle instead of destroying the handle. Or put it in hot water, which will destroy wood anyway. Japanese handle, you have to think they're soft wood inside, so you can always remove them, you can always burn them. But this is super hard wood, that's why you cannot burn them.
Basically the best idea for Western custom.
Yes, and for Western custom handle makes, I think, in my opinion, you can maintain your blade. And that is the whole idea with Japanese wire handle, that you are able to take it off, put the new handle on, because gluing a handle,
we had to split open 3 of them today.
Yes, because they were glued.
This we could just knock off.
Yes.
You cut me with something. What was that exactly?
It was the Kato. You cut yourself.
I cut myself with the Kato.
Yes. It was gift from Kato for my marriage. Basically, some letter opener, nickel Damascus.
So we expected you to receive many love letters.
Many love letters, yes. I never did,
unfortunately, and that's why you cut me instead of love letters. So he basically specifically made it as a wedding gift, because it's not like that he's selling these.
Sometimes you do actually.
And it's probably some leftover.
It's like paper thin,
super thin. Beautiful Damascus on it. Beautiful Damascus. Yeah. And then the steel feels good. It really feels good. Nice, man. Then you have a takohiki.
That was a bit special because it's worth a lot in Japan, not in overseas. Because it's very, very special. It's one of the kind knives that Baba Masayuki made.
Baba Masayuki.
Yes, it's a hammer maker, most famous hammer maker in Japan. He makes amazing Geno hammers, Japanese hammers.
Yeah, you used it like a hammer.
Yeah, it handles right. So yes, what can you do? I need to rehandle it at some point. But that is the only kitchen knife he ever made in his career.
Wow.
Only one. And steel is yellow too, but that is odd yellow to steel. So it has a lot of more carbon in it. So it's super hard. And it's cognac. And that's the only knife. I mean, if you ask Japanese person, they want it, of course, because it's a true collector piece.
Like getting a hammer, the only hammer that Kato ever made.
Yes, that's it. And I actually sold it one time at some Hagen and from Castle.
Oh, I thought I just made something up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool, man.
Yeah. So that one I will not part with.
And then
Kato Nakiri, that's a funny story as well, because I sent the Nakiri out. It's a Kato White 1 Nakiri. You can actually see why Kato says, take a look at the taper of that Nakiri on the spine. You don't see that on Nakiri so often. It is go like almost to zero right here.
Yeah, it's almost a distal taper.
Yes. Very difficult to do with Nakiri on straight knives like that. But yeah, basically one customer, I sent the package over to him. He bought Nakiri, then it came somehow to him super scratched. It was actually super scratched. I don't know if post office opened it or something probably. They said, yeah, of course I will replace it. Then this one I polished and kept myself.
If it's yourself?
Yes. Kato do not make that many Nakiris anymore. I thought, yes, I must keep one.
But this is the first and only things I have seen from Kato.
And yeah, that one is also quite funny. Kato made quite many of those before. This Kato paperweight. They use it many times in Japan because, in Japan is still fax the orders to some people. They still use it.
They use traditional fax from samurai era.
We actually have a rating of Kato right here, and yeah, and it's just a puck. Yeah, maybe one day I will make some knife out of it. Fortunately,
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Also something you don't see every day. Kato with paperweight. And then we go to the real stars in the house, all the used knives.
Yeah, used knife. That's what I use in my kitchen.
She gave us a deba.
Over 10 years, used deba. Like, I'm fishing a lot. I'm using deba a lot, and that is my only deba that I use quite a lot. But you see, when people sharpen single bevel raw, then Unra will disappear. But this one is sharpened right.
Yeah.
Where it's still
there after 10 years. Yeah.
Yes. This one is still also there.
Still very easy.
So if you sharpen your knife right,
it's for a lifetime.
It's for a lifetime, yeah, definitely. And those people that sharpen it on the coarse stone every time and
take away too
much on the back side, too much on the front side, knife gets ruined. That's why you also see many knives like on the Japanese auction or something. They're like hollowed out like this.
Yes.
It's just because they use too much pressure in the middle and they get hollowed out. And on the back side, of course, they use 1000 grit stone or they use some 800 grit stone. Then your backside will be flat within actually 1 or 2 years or something, not 10 years certainly though. But I use backside only typical for 8000 stone or higher.
It's a great detail to stress because, as you said, 10 years of use could do a lot to your knife, but the uroshi still in perfect condition.
Yes.
Take care of your knives, people.
That is basically 2 Shigafusa pairing knives. So when I visited one time Shigafusa, then he had those 2 on the sharpening station. And I said, what is that? I never seen a single bevel pairing knife. Oh, he said, we broke some yanagis. They cracked for us. Then they decided to make a tip of the yanagis for the small knives. And they said, wow, I want to buy them.
Yeah.
I said, no, you get them for free because it's basically a broken knife. We will not put the Alkanji on it or anything, of course. I said, of course, it's my wife's favorite knife. She loves small knives. That's what she uses most. And you can also see they get used a lot every day. But Shigafusa, It is Shigafusa Yanagi. 2.
And finally, some Shigafusa that Flores doesn't have.
Yes, so that I'll say for sure. Yes, this prototype of Kato white one, still the vintage that we carried. The first knife he ever made, the white one, the first ever, and he sent it to me to try it out. Is it good? He did good. We sharpened it and everything. Yes, everything is perfect. So we liked it a lot. Since then, we said to him, you can stop making white one still because we don't have that much more. And he just continued. He ignored our request and then he just continued to make them in white one.
But this was the first one.
Yes, the prototype one.
Yeah. Very cool. Then your favorite knife?
My favorite knife, yes. Toyama, he's famous for making weird shapes. You can actually request about from the start, not now. From start, you can almost request anything from him. He will do it. And that one is one of the hammer knives that he wanted to make for slicing. It's just special knife because you don't see that in Japan from any maker. No. And the Toyama's, all know he's amazing at blue 2 steel. This one is still ironclad. He unfortunately don't make anymore. He makes some of the stainless clad right now. Of course, he makes single pedals to ironclad. Yeah, it's also one of the first Toyama knives I got. Very cool.
Now this feels like it could actually go through bones and frozen footage stuff.
That was a cool story. Behind it. It was also a start of my business. One guy suggested me we should make a meat cleaver, a proper meat cleaver. And I thought, how could we do that? It was super long time ago. And who can make a meat cleaver? In one piece, carbon steel, white true steel and everything. And it was Yoshikana, old Yoshikana. I have visited him quite many times at his workshop, and he was also experimenting with the different shapes and everything. Then we actually ordered, I think, 20 of those from him, and he made only one run, 20 of Yoshikana cleavers, quite unique shape, quite nice grip.
Quite small also.
Yes. So those was super long time ago. It was over 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm super happy. I think it's like my first real custom knife, where we draw everything, thickness, thinness, everything on it. Yeah, it turned out actually to be super nice knife.
No other maker is willing to make these cleavers.
Yeah. Right now, I cannot get anyone to do it. Just material, the excuses, they cannot get big enough and thick enough material for it. And it's very difficult right now to order big cleaver for any maker. They say to me it's because of the lack of material. I have also some Tanaka cleavers on order, but they never come because I also say, hello, I have a problem to get the material. So that also keep in mind that, the wide beavels, the wide knives, the big knife, it gets more scarce.
This is the knife that you are desperately trying to sell to me?
Because that is most sold knife on my website ever. I think it's actually most sold product on my website.
I'm gonna have to take a better look at it then.
It's a beta. It's like a beta of all Japanese knives. Munetoshi Butcher, I think everybody that watches your video knows it.
So he made that butcher knife specifically again for using me, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So Munetoshi is basically a maker that when I started to work with him, he almost never made knife. He made sickles, he made some garden tools. When I asked my guy, who do you want me to carry that make a beta knife, like knife that you can beat up, that you can, cut maybe in some bones and everything. And so, I have that guy, Munetoshi, make some very beta, tools and everything. Okay, we need to find out the shape and how it needs to look. And then I had that Shigafusa knives, that super old Shigafusa Yanagi that was misused on Japanese auction or something by a chef. 300mm Yanagi that looked like this.
Okay, that was misused.
It wasn't very misused. It looked exactly like this.
Like, that's it. That's our butcher.
And I got it as a gift from my partner in Japan because it's the oldest Shigafusa he ever has seen. By the way, Flores had it now. I gifted it to him because of his collection. And when I started to use it, I thought, it's just amazing meat knife. It just has the right curve. It just has the right shape and everything. It's super amazing for meat, for butchering, for chicken, for leg of lamb and everything. And so we sent that shape, Shigafusa shape, to with Georgia. He made the knife, he made the heat treatment for it, like he's make it for his sequels and everything that he used to cut wood. Yeah, that one came up. And at that time, not many Japanese makers made that beta knife in white true steel and anything. Those knives enthusiasts that use Japanese knives, they miss that knife that can be abused.
Yeah.
That can cut frozen food, that can cut, coconut.
You don't want to do it with your hands.
It can open beer cans.
Yeah, you basically can destroy in the kitchen with it.
Yeah. That's a knife for you. That one is a tank and it's quite affordable, and still you get that all handmade vibe about it. Okay, it's big, boring. It's very thick. One knife you should have maybe in the kitchen just for, when you have some hard stuff you want to cut it as well.
You never know when you need it. Yeah, you can probably cut a nipple off with this knife. Share this poop. All right. Wow, a lot of cool knives.
I was about to drink some that's ready.
This was the last knife. We have a lot more, but maybe we should stop.
And we also need to make a video about stones, but that is
For another time, maybe.
I think it's for 5 hours more.
Well, thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.